So well, today I'm starting a topic called as java.lang package. Java.lang package. Here I'm writing the topic name, which is java.lang package, you can say. Java.lang package. Certainly, this topic is a very important topic in complete, you can say, the core Java, and many of the important APIs are available from this package. So, especially in this package, there are some classes are available, and associated with all of that classes, there are some different different classes APIs are available inside this package. So that's what we will be discussing. So especially in this session today, what I am going to cover is the number one, which is the java.lang.Object class I'm going to discuss. In that, after this object class, different methods of object class we will discuss. After discussing it, most probably we'll be discussing here the cloning. There is one topic called as cloning in the case of core Java. And if possible, then we will discuss here the garbage collection. These three important topics we will be discussing in the subsequent sessions. Maybe we might complete it today, tomorrow, or day after tomorrow. So continuously we'll be having this different sessions in that. What next I'm going to show you here first. I'll tell you something about this package. What is the java.lang package? In case of Java, or you say that is the most of the programming languages. In case of Java, or in most of the programming languages, everything or every API which is there, it's been divided into the different packages, different packages. Now the basic concept of package is what? That something, a similar kind of classes. Let's say first thing what I'm writing is the similar type of classes, or I can say that the classes or the different APIs which might be having the similar kind of functionalities, that all has been included in a one specific package, right? So if we learn anything on the basis of different package wise, then there is a very less possibility that we will be leaving out anything in the case of Java. So that's the reason that we will be covering this package. Now here in this package, the very first thing which comes is so about this package is first the lang package, which again I am saying is the lang package is the default package, lang package, whatever I'm writing is the default package, which means that inside the lang package there could be a different members, different things, and that all classes, the different classes which is available inside that lang package by default will be available for your program without extending it, without writing anything, or without doing anything. So that is going to be that will be available for your class automatically. You need not to extend it, or you need not to somewhere do any kind of import statements so that you can import and you can write these classes. So what is that classes list and what all that classes names, that all I'm just going to write it here first. So there are some classes which I'm writing here. One second. Okay, I'm writing the different classes name. So let's say first one is the java.lang package. In this package we are getting the different classes, and as again I'm writing the most of the common classes which is required in order to write any kind of Java class or any Java program in this. So they say first one is java.lang. Which one now? Object class. Object class. Now, why I'm saying it as in java.lang.Object class. So when I'm talking about java.lang.Object class, so we will call it as an fully qualified class name. What I'm calling it as an fully qualified class name. So this class, what I'm writing here is the fully qualified class name in this case. So if I'll say that object class, so fully qualified class name of this object is the java.lang.Object class. It's a package name. This is the package name. And in this package, there is a class which is called as the object. Next now, java.lang. We are writing string class. Third one, java.lang. String buffer class. Fourth one I am writing java.lang. Now I'm writing here, see, byte. So you see here 1 point, byte. Fifth one, java.lang. Short java. Again I'm writing similarly lang. Byte short integer. This the way you have the 8 primitive data types. Corresponding to these 8 primitive data types, we have some classes which is called as the wrapper classes. We will be calling it as an wrapper classes. So these all are also is available into the wrapper classes. And the seventh one which I am writing is the java.lang. So byte short int long. Eighth one is the java.lang. Byte short int long. It's an float. Ninth is, I'll be showing you all these APIs. Lang. Double. 10th one is java.lang. Character. 11th one is java.lang. Now boolean. These till these points we will call it as an wrapper classes. Now again there are some other concepts which is available into this. What is that other concepts which is available into this? I'll just come to that all other concepts into this now when again I am saying something called as. Now the 12th one is java.lang. Which one now? Thread class. 13th one is again java.lang. And see, most of the exception classes and its APIs are available into that. So I'm not naming all that. Exception and all is there into that. So this complete, you can say, complete exception API is available in this particular package, in java.lang package, you can say. Some are there, that is it depends, that is the different is there. Okay, apart from that, now if we'll say that is java.lang. Now java.lang. Runtime class. 15th java.lang. Now system class. 16th one I'm writing is the. So see, most of the classes as I have written, which is commonly used classes in the case of lang package, and which we will be using it frequently again and again, right? In that, now first, if you will see, that is these 8 classes, byte short int long float double boolean and character, is called as the wrapper classes, In that, before starting or before giving any overview about this particular one, I'll give you one short overview related to this one. Particularly, let's say if I'm writing something here. So see, these are all wrapper classes. In the sense, you can say byte. Again, I'm writing short, integer, and till boolean. It is 8 wrapper classes are there. These all are the you can say in this. Some of these classes, apart from, you can say it's in character as well as the boolean. These two classes, apart from these two classes, here most of the 6 classes which I have, so you can say byte, short, integer, long, float, as well as the, you can say here, double. This is the subclass of a number. All are the subclass of which one now? Number. Means the number is the super type for these wrapper classes. When I'll discuss more about this wrapper classes, so we will discuss more and more about this number classes. Okay. So before that, I'm just giving you one basic small introduction about all these things. Well, now again into that, what next I'm just trying to do here is, let's say, if I'm writing this, so when I'm talking about the wrapper classes, or when I'm talking something about the different APIs of java.lang package, so especially in this case, here I'm starting with the java.lang.Object class. The way it's an default package. And see, what I mean to say is the default package of java.lang is that all the classes which I have written over here, all the classes, whatever I am writing here, by default, we can access it in any class, whatever class you are writing, without extending it or without importing any of its classes, because these all classes will be available in your whatever class you write by default, and we can access it. There won't be any kind of problem. Now, if I'm saying, or if I'm I'm opening the command prompt here, and hope all of you are able to see the command prompt. I'm just showing you this command prompt. So here in this case, java.lang which one now? It's an object class. So see, here I'm showing you these APIs. Now here is the concept, and here we will understand why I was always showing you these different APIs and what is the purpose of showing this API is. Now the time has come that we will understand each of these methods in a proper manner, like what this method does and how it is going to do. So see, what I'll do is I'll copy these APIs here. So I'm taking here now the very first point is the java.lang package. Okay, java.lang. Which one now? Object class I'm writing. What exactly object class is? Especially in the case of object class, it's a default class and it's a default super class, you can say. Again, I'm writing here, it's the default super class. It's a default super class which we have, which will be available for, and the member of this class, or you can say in another form, member of object class will be available by default. You need not to write any extend, or you need not to create any kind of object just in order to access it. By default, it is going to be available for your class. Now in this, what I wanted to do, or what I wanted to show you here is, say I'm showing you the different APIs as I have shown you here. Some of the exceptions and all, what I'm about to get it, I'll just remove it out here because it's on by default java.lang package. So let's remove it. And again into this here, some more things as I'm doing. So, okay, now you see here some of the things which I'm categorizing it here. So you start from the first one, just remove this a default constructor in the case of object class. Now, here what I have is, you see here into this, the APIs and all the things what I am having into this is, what is that I'm going to have is, that final native class, it's in GateClass method. So GateClass method, it's in hash code method, equals method, clone method, and toString method. So I'll just copy this clone method because clone method we are going to discuss at last in this one. So I'm writing here. Okay, well, these all are the methods which I'm going to discuss into this. Now, later on into that, if we'll go to the next stage or further stages. So here see, notify all, wait, notify all, and wait method. These all things till here you can say will be discussed in multi-threading. We will be discussing all these things in the case of multi-threading. We will discuss all these things in the case of multi-threading. These classes, uses, and all other things will come in the case of multi-threading again. Here, this specific method which I am talking about is the finalize method. So we will understand this finalize method properly in the case of java.lang. Not java.lang. It's in garbage collection. We will understand it into the garbage collection. I'm just writing the topic name. So see, each of the methods of the object class, we have categorized it into some of the specific classes. I hope you are understanding it now. See here, we are having it now. So from where I want to start is, from where I'm starting here is something like, let's say, is from the above one. So this is the very common methods, and you can see in entire core Java, we will be using these methods again and again. It's a very, very useful method. So in that, the first point which I'm writing again here is, let's say, what I'm writing is, let's say here I'm writing these methods I'm just going to discuss. So I'll just make it number wise. One, again I'm writing is in 2, something called as like this, 3, something like this, as well as the 4, something like this. So these 4 methods as I'm going to discuss now. Before understanding or before using any method, we will understand some type and the nature and the basic behavior of this method. We'll first try to understand by seeing these methods that like how this method works. What is the basic features behind this method, and just by seeing this method, how we'll understand that what exactly this method is going to do. So nowadays the thing is, you'll see the different programming languages and different kind of things is coming every day nowadays. Every day some programming language is coming, and nowadays itself you see, based on this itself, there's the Python is there, Scala is there, Spark is there, and many other programming languages are there, like the way Android is there. So if you will not try to understand the method API just by seeing it, then it is, you can say, very difficult to learn all these things one by one, and which will again very hard work you need to do. In that case, now when I'm saying it's in first method, which is an GateClass method. So I'll do some analysis about the GateClass method, that what exactly this GateClass method is going to do. Number one, it's in public. Public, which means that this class, this method, which is a GateClass method, we could access it anywhere outside the class, even outside the package. The package is java.lang package, so we can access that outside the package. Second important point. So the first important point about this method is I'm making it number. So number one is the public. After this public class, now I'm writing here is the second one is the final. Third one is the native. And after this, now I'm writing here the fourth one is the class. And there is a special symbol you are able to see here. I'm making it a fifth one. and finally your sixth one is the method. What is that now? Sixth one is the method. So I have just given the numbers for each one of them. I've given some of the numbers to each one of them. Now, as I already have explained about the first point, which is a public. Public means what? Public means we all know that you see, even in the public, we used to say that it can be accessed. It can be accessed anywhere, you can say. Anywhere. Anywhere we can access. Yes, we can access it anywhere, but what all that anywhere things includes, where all that anywhere things we are talking about. So if I'm talking about anywhere, so number one is within the class. Number two, within the class. Number two, outside the class. Number three, inside the package. Number four, outside the package, right? If this could be an again important question, that when I'm saying that if let's say this method is public, variable is public, it can be accessed anywhere inside the class, or it can be accessed anywhere. If whenever we say that anywhere, what does it mean of anywhere accessing? That's an important question. Anywhere, which means that within a class, outside the class, inside the package, outside the package. This is the four important things which is there here. Now, second point which I'm saying is, what is the second point? Is the final. We have already gone through the final, and in the past we've seen what exactly final is. What is the use of the final here? So when I'm talking about the final, so final gives a very clear meaning that whatever could be the implementation of this get class method inside the object class. Let's say here is the object class, this is the object class, and inside this class there is some implementation which has already been written. So that is the get class method. So some implementation is there for this get class method. So by declaring it as a final, they are making it one thing very sure, that whatever could be the implementation of this get class method in future, you cannot override it, or you cannot change the implementation of get class method. It's a means clear and shut case. There is no other chance, there is no other possibilities which we can do it in this. And even if we say that it is a final, which means that itself that we cannot override this method. We cannot override it means what? Means that this method implementation could not be re-implemented again. Means according to your convenience, according to your choice, you cannot write this method again. You cannot override it again, right? So hope it is clear to you. Now next one again. It's a native. Third one is what now? I'm talking about that it is the native. Native, which means what? What is the native means? It's the non-Java programming implementation. It's a non-Java programming implementation, which means that it's been implemented maybe in some other programming languages, and that has not been implemented in the case of Java. So that is the things as it is being carried forward from that corresponding language in the case of Java. We haven't written any kind of implementation in the case of Java, and that's the reason this method called as getClass method has been declared it as a native. Native means that it is a non-Java programming implementation. Simple. That it's been taken from some other programming implementations, and the way it works like that. Okay. Next one is again that when I'm talking about the get class method, so very important point here is that the get class method return type is class. Return type of this method is the get class method. Okay. So I'm as I was following one way, so I'll come into this way itself, that I'm writing the fourth one. The fourth one is what I was talking about. The fourth one is a class. Class means what? What is class? This class is also in class, and if you want, I can add it into this itself. What I can add and where I can add this class. Let's say you are talking about the different classes. So that is the 16th one, I can say, that is the java.lang. Which one now I'm talking about next is the class. So this is also an API which is there into this. So this class is in class. It's not simply keyword again, I can say. It's a class. Where is that class is? I'm just writing it here. It's in class. So java.lang.class here. I'm not writing in the small letter. It's in class. Okay. Means the method getClass which is there is returning to the type of class here. Now, when I'm talking about the fifth one, it's a generic implementation. What's that now? It's a generic sign. What is generic? What do you mean by the generic? In the further classes, we'll come to know what exactly generic is and what is the use of generic concept into this. How it could be implemented and all other implementations related to the generic, we will be discussing in the further classes when the corresponding topic will come. Next point again, what again I'm trying to show you here is, one second, yeah, that it is a generic implementation. Well, now after this, so I'm just showing you here something. I'll just open the command prompt. In this command prompt, I'm writing java.lang. Which one now? I'm writing system. Sorry, I was talking about the class, java.lang.class. It's a very big API. It's a very big API and very useful API, you can say. So especially this particular APIs we are just going to discuss in the concept called as reflection. We'll be discussing lots of the things about this java.lang.class in a topic called as reflection. In this especially reflection we will be discussing it, which is Sun has given a very good API it is, and very useful API, which is java.lang.reflect API. We'll talk all that things into this about this. So okay, now this getClass is the method name which is not having any parameter. So in detailed descriptions as I have done about this getClass method, and especially those who are beginners in case of Java like you guys are, so you will understand much. You might be knowing already, but okay, you will understand it in a more better manner. Now think what I'm going to do next is I'll be opening here the Eclipse. I'm opening the Eclipse here. In this one, I'm just writing 48 batch. Well, I'm clicking on OK. It will take some time. Now after this here, I'm writing here Java project online class. I have created one project which is with the name of online class. Fine. With that, some workspace is there. I'm not going to focus on other things. I'm just clicking on next. Next it is, and again I'm finishing it off. Fine. Here, as already you might be knowing how to use the Eclipse. I'm deciding one package com.jtc.p1, and into that the JTC one class name as I have written here. I'm writing this class. Now see, once let me explain the now task of this method called as getClass method. GetClass method is used to give you the name of the class. GetClass method is used to give the name of the class, which corresponding class or which in which class or that corresponding reference variable contains which class object reference. In the sense, now let's say I'm writing a class hello. I'm writing a class hello. Next, a class I'm writing as an hi. Two classes as I have written. One class hi, second class hello I have written. Two of these classes as I'm writing into this. Next one again. Here into this now I'm writing a main method. So what I want to do here is suppose hello of h1 is equal to new of hello. One object of the class hello, which I have created here. See, this is the class hello object creation line which I have written. Next case is I'm writing one more object creation line for the hi of hai is equal to new of hi. This is one more object I have created. Well, now immediately after doing all that, what I just wanted to do again into this case, here into this, I wanted to know, like, suppose first I'm printing one thing here, h1. If I'll ask that what this h1 is going to print, what is this h1 is going to print? So, see here, what I'm going to get now. Look at this. We are getting something. If you will ask somebody, or most of the time we have just got some answer from students and the different students, is that the h1 is printing the garbage value. It's not the garbage value. It's not the garbage value. It's not a garbage value. What exactly this h1 is trying to print at this time? It is printing hash code in the form of hexadecimal representation. Hope you understand it. Now, nothing too much focus about this, that what it is printing in the form of hexadecimal representations. I'll tell you the formula, that how it is calculating and all things it is giving it. Later on, again, we will be discussing more about this hash code when that topic will come. Now, at present, let's say that some 100,000 of lines after this line of code has been written into that, and later on after the 1,000 line of code you want to understand what exactly content of h1 is, what exactly is available inside the h1. So in that, the basic phenomenon which I wanted to check here is h1 dot, see, get class I am writing. What I am writing is the get class method I am writing. Well, what is that get class method? Now see, here you need to understand, as I told, that a get class method is available inside the object class, and the object class is going to be the super class for all types of classes in Java. So the class hello, whatever you have written, is the subclass of the object class. If it is the subclass of object class, and since that method, what I was writing there and what I have written there is the public method, so I can access it directly inside my class. Let's see here. I have demonstrated everything in the clear manner, that what does it mean? Okay. Now public it is. So that's the reason I'm accessing it. So here in this case, now I'm writing one very special thing. So see, let's not get confused in that. I'm making it very clear. Okay. Get class method I'm calling. Now, what do you mean by the return type of the method? Return type of this method get class is the class. So class is a class which is available inside java.lang package. CLS is the reference variable of this class. So we must have to use that corresponding reference variable itself, because our method return type is there in the similar manner. Okay. Well, so I'm storing it into the CLS, and now I'm writing here the CLS. Is that okay? I'm writing it into the CLS. Well, in this case, in this specific format, you will find what exactly this CLS is printing. You'll see here. See what it is giving, that in class is a keyword, that it is a class. And what exactly next things it is giving, that com.jtc1.p1.hello. It gives a clear meaning that inside the h1, inside this h1, the object reference is available of the class hello, it is available. Now at the same time, now if you see, there could be a different sequence of APIs which you can use, and that could be in a line. So what I can do next, now CLS.GateName I am writing, let's say. When I'm writing cls.getName, so into the string, what I want to write here is, let's say, a string I'm writing. So in this one, what do I just wanted to write here into this? String of a C name, I'm writing a string into this now again. So see here, this getName is a method which is available inside the class, right? And this, with the help of this class reference variable, I can access this getName method. So let's say I'm printing, what I'm printing is the C name I am printing here. So you see what exactly again it is giving. Now you see the above one, the above output, what is the difference between that? So previously, when I'm just using a getName method of that corresponding class, it was returning a complete fully qualified class name associated with the class keyword. Whereas in the second case, if I'm just using like cls.getName, a getName method is available inside the class, which you can see. I'm just showing you here the API where it is and what all things it is available inside that. Okay, see here. You must be getting the getName method. Are you able to see that? Hope so you are able to see that. So this is the java.lang.string of the getName method, which is available inside that corresponding class. Well, next after this here, what next I just wanted to do into this case is something like what I want to do here is, suppose h1, if I'm doing it in the similar manner, it will give you the same meaning or it will give you the same value. But what I'm trying to do here is, let's say that inside HAI, there's no corresponding class object reference, and even though I'm just trying to check it out, let's say, now see here, this is the another way of using the different APIs. h1 dot get class dot get name. I'm writing here the get name. Hope you are getting it point what I'm doing. So see, I'm not using any third-party variable where I'm storing like this the name and all. I'm just trying to print it directly. What is the name of the class? Now you see, at present, the h1, what I told, that I will be giving you the corresponding class object reference, which must be available inside that. Okay. Now, in this HAI, that corresponding class object reference itself is not available inside that. We have written it in a very simple manner that it is null. So it is going to give you a null pointer exception. You see here, it is giving that a java.lang.null pointer exception. Now, right from now onwards to the next label, when you see that null pointer exception, so what is the meaning of null pointer exception? You should understand it now. The null pointer exception, which means that the corresponding requested resource is not available into that. Here, what resource we are requesting, that also we should understand. The resources what we are expecting here in this specific case, let's say in HAI, we are expecting that some class object reference must be there. That by chance, that class object reference is not available into this. If that class object reference is not available, and that is the reason we are trying to get here something. So it is giving that null pointer exception, which means that something for some specific request you might be requesting, but that corresponding resource is not available at all. That's the purpose of this one. Okay. Now, another option which I'm going to show you again, a class A I'm writing. Another class I'm writing is the B class I'm writing. So class A is there, class B is there. In this one now I'm writing extends A. Hope you are getting it now. Class A extends class B. Now I'm just doing one more point, that A of A1 is equal to new of A. Can I write it? Well, I can write it. Whereas A of A2 is equal to new of B. Here is another concept which I'm using here, that A of A2 is equal to new B. A of A2 is equal to new B, which means that dynamic dispatch concept I'm writing here. Dynamic dispatch concept. Okay, what is the dynamic dispatch concept? I have already covered it in the previous classes. Okay. Now, here what I'll just try to do into this, A1 dot get class dot get name. I'm just trying to write it here. You see here, you will get the clear answer. A2 does. Now see, what's the difference between A1 and A2? Focus it on this. The A1 which contains the corresponding class object reference, whereas A2 which is there, it contains the subclass object reference. Well, so A1 contains that same class object reference, whereas A2 contains corresponding subclass object reference. Both it is there. Well, so A1 I'm checking it out, as well as I'm writing get class dot get name. Here also I'm doing something. Okay. When we will see the output of both, I'll just put the mark star here so that we can understand something. So I'm just writing here something. Okay, well, here is the null pointer exception it is giving due to some reason. I'm just commenting this point because till the time we will not comment, it will be keep on giving the same error. Now you see, are you able to understand it here now? See, what is that? The first one, class A1, it's a reference variable of that corresponding class, so it contains that corresponding class object reference itself. Whereas A2, which is there, it contains subclass object reference. So here, if you see the last two outputs, you see here A1. Okay, this is class A2, means the A1 which contains a class object reference. Whereas A2, it is the superclass object reference variable, but it does not contain the same object reference. It contains the subclass object reference. So this is the specific purpose, or you can say the meaning of which one now? It's the get class method. So elaborately, in a complete in-depth manner, I have discussed the which one now? It's a get class method, right? Remaining things we'll be discussing tomorrow again on the same time, and the further topics which I just now today named it, I'll be discussing. Now, any one of you are having any questions related to the today's sessions, you can please ask your questions. Any doubt, anything is there, you can ask please.